That's right, you see here the Twilight Zone 80s series, which means it's time for another Quickie review, this time of Season 3. It took me a while to get through this series, but I have finally gotten through Season 3 of the Twilight Zone, the 80s series. Overall, I will say this season was a massive improvement over Season 2, as a lot of the stories were fairly enjoyable. I didn't feel like I was completely wasting my time. There were some pretty good ones, maybe 2 or 3 great ones, but overall I did have a good time with Season 3. As always, I'll take that out. The episodes in this disc, we had Extra Innings, which was about this baseball player. It was decent. The Trunk, which had this guy that had this magical trunk where he could make it bring out anything he wanted. That was okay. The Crossing was about this priest who kept seeing this car from something. That was okay. The Curious Case of Edgar Witherspoon. This one was a really good episode and felt like something that would have come from the classic Twilight Zone series. It was about this old guy who is just collecting junk and saying that voices are telling him if he doesn't collect these certain things, something's going to happen around the world. And this other guy, the Shrink, gets involved in it. And it was a really good episode and had a solid ending. Like I said, it just felt like a classic Twilight Zone episode. Dream Me Alive, I don't even remember what that one was, and I just looked it up. The Hunters had these hunters that come out of cave paintings. Hellgrimmett Method was with these this alcoholic who takes this pill that puts a creature inside of him. Memories was a decent episode which featured this lady that could pull out people's past lives into their memories, and then suddenly the whole world has their memories back. The Call was, I don't remember. 2020 Vision was pretty much Penny for Your Thoughts, but with a banker who could see things that were going to happen as soon as he put his glasses on. Our Selena Is Dying was just like another episode of the classic series that had this reporter. Well, the classic series had this reporter that was interviewing this lady who was supposed to be really, really old, but yet she was young. This one was kind of the same thing, but with a lady who was really old and was stealing the youth of another girl. Code Equations was a pretty lame, boring-ass episode about this stowaway on the spaceship that needs to just be booted off, basically. I can't think of the terminology now. The Trans had this dude who was pretending to be like this god, could communicate with the gods, and stuff goes wrong there. Acts of Terror, I don't remember. There was an old woman. That was this one. I think it was this was the one with the storyteller, where she goes to visit this kid who ends up dying and all this stuff. Stranger Impossible Metal had this really creepy dude that was befriending this child. That was not a very good episode either. Appointment on Route 17, which had this guy that suddenly found himself infatuated with this waitress. Streets of Shadows had this dude that switched bodies with a rich man after he shot him. Game of Pool remake, which was terrible. Just an awful remake. The Wall had this opening that brought to them another world that was kind of like Eden with this military guy. Father and Son game had this father that became a part robot, and the son, it was another terrible episode. Not terrible, not very good. Room 2426, I don't remember. The Mind of Simon Foster. And I just looked up some of these and I don't remember what they were already. Something in the Walls. That was a really good one. That one had this lady that was in an insane asylum that was saying there were things in the walls that were trying to get her. That one was really good. That one felt like a Twilight Zone episode, just like I said, The Curious Case of Edgar Witherspoon. Cat and Mouse had this lady, this little shy girl who befriended this guy that was a cat by day, man by night. Rendezvous in a Dark Place had Death with Janet Leigh. That one was decent. Many Monkeys had Where All These People Were Going Blind. That was Love Is Blind. I know I liked that one. That one was pretty good. Special Service, which is basically the Truman Show, once again showing that 90s and, any movie has ripped off the Twilight Zone. And then Crazy as a Soup Sandwich, which was this gangster and a demon, which was so goddamn stupid. For being the end of the series, that was not a good episode to end on. But yeah, so that was Season 3 of The Twilight Zone. Overall, it was... like I said, it was better than Season 2. It had some really good episodes, a couple decent ones, a few crappy ones, mostly just, okay, that was whatever. I will give praises because a lot of the episodes on here actually did have endings, which was nice. And most of them seem to have narration at the beginning and the ending of the episode compared to the last season. Overall, it wasn't a horrible series. I mean, I'm happy I watched it. But if I were to tell someone, oh, go watch The Twilight Zone, and they said which one, I would say, well, obviously I would tell them the original. And if they asked about the 80s series, I would say, well, it depends how curious you are. If you really, really, really feel like you need to see the 80s series, go ahead, check it out. If someone's like, I don't know, I'm not sure, then I would say, yeah, probably just skip it. Watch Tales from the Crypt instead. Oh, wait a minute, I know. Dreamy of Life was the one with this old lady who was pretty much comatose, where she kept bringing these dreams in with this other guy who was like her roommate in this old folks' home. That was actually a pretty decent episode too. Why can I not remember Rendezvous in a Dark Place? Oh wait, no, not that one. Love is Blind. Why can I not remember that one? Oh well, whatever. Overall, I give Season 3 to the 80s Twilight Zone series a 7 out of 10. As a whole, for the whole series, for all 3 seasons, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, not horrible, not great, nowhere near the levels of the classic series. With that said, have you watched the 80s Twilight Zone Season 3? Have you watched the 80s Twilight Zone series at all? Have you watched The Twilight Zone? If not, why? If so, what is your favorite series? What is your favorite season? What did you think of this one if you've watched it? Let me know in the comments. Click like, click subscribe, click the bell notification, click whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook at Kaiju no Kami, Twitter at Kaiju no Kami, Instagram Kaiju no Kami, and my website creativitybydesignllc.com. Until next time, bye.